All right, let's look at the harmonic series. All right, so you have a summation, n goes from 1 to infinity, and each term is in the form of 1 over n. So it's going to start with, it's going to be 1 over 1 plus 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3, and so on. All right. This is a harmonic series. And as it turns out, this infinite sum is going to actually blows up to infinity. And here's how we see it. All right, so actually for this purpose, I have to kind of write down a little bit more terms so that we can see the pattern better. All right, so I'm going to put, let's say, 1/4 plus 1/5, 1/6, and 1/7, 1/8, 1/9. Maybe that's enough. All right, so I'm gonna just say dot dot dot. So pattern continues. All right, so what we're gonna do is this. This is the way I'm gonna group things together. All right, I'm gonna group these guys together. So for example, we can do here. I'm gonna group these two guys together, right? And I'm gonna leave the first two terms alone. All right. Then you have so first you group two of them together. Next you group four of them together. So I'm gonna have a 2 to the n power. So this is a 2, and next one we group 4. Next one you group 8, and so on. Right? So there's going to be 8 terms here. Right? Then what we can do is we can let's see, try to find the lower bound. Right? So this is going to be, all right, so you have a 1 and a 1/2, so it's going to be, I'm going to just write it as a 3/2. Right? Easy enough, right? All right. Then that's exactly the same as before. Right? And actually, I'm going to replace 1/3 by something smaller. So I'm going to actually match with 1/4. So what if I replace it by 1/4? Right? So 1/4 is smaller than 1/3. So actually the sum is going to decrease. So we're going to actually have to put the inequality here. Right? And then for the next 4, I'm going to replace the first 3 by 1/8. So I'm going to put 1/8. 1/8 is smaller than 1/5. And 1/8 is smaller than 1/6. And 1/8 is smaller than 1/7. And I'm going to keep 1/8 as it is. Right? And so on. Maybe I'll just say and so on. Right? Then you notice that by doing this, we can always make at least the sum of a 1/2 in each group. So if you look at it, so this is going to be equal to here. So you have a 3 over 2 plus, all right, so this guy, 1/4 plus 1/4 is actually 1/2. Right? 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 is 4/8, which is 1/2. Right? And then so this is this next 8 is gonna be at least 1/2. So you can see that you can create infinitely many 1/2s together, right? So of course this is going to add up to, because there are infinitely many 1/2s we can create, the sum is going to be going to blow up to infinity, right? And the harmonic series is actually even bigger than that, so therefore it's going to be a divergent series, right? So harmonic series is actually divergent. Alright, so this is one of the ways to see harmonic series divergent. We can also use integral tests and things like that, but this is probably the simplest way to look at it. Alright, that's it. I hope that this was clear.